What's up guys, it's your boy Tricky. This is Physique Updates, your #1 channel for everything classic and men's physique. You are welcome to another video. This is our very first video of the year and I promise it's going to be a good one, trust me. So the list of competitors of the Arnold Classic 2023 was released and I must say I really like the lineup for the men's physique division. Even though I felt they could have spiced it up a little bit to make it, more interesting. Nonetheless, this is a formidable lineup of competent athletes and I can't wait to watch them battle it out for the second most coveted show in bodybuilding. There are 10 athletes competing at the Arnolds this year. And in this video, we're going to take a look at each individual athlete and what they can bring to the show. The shortlisted athletes are Erin, Emmanuel Hunter, Antoine Weatherspoon, Diogo Montenegro, Juan Gomez, Carlos de Oliveira, Ali Bilal, Edwin Palmiera, Javier Mullins, and Vitor Chavez. But before we get into it, I've seen a lot of posts and videos saying no one on the list can beat Erin, who is the current Mr. Olympia and also Arnold Classic defending champion. But I beg to differ. Watch the full video to find out why. Without much ado, let's dive straight into the list and analyze the shortlisted athletes for the 2023 Arnold Classic. First, let's take a look at Vitor Chavez. I personally think Vitor Chavez was one of the most overlooked athletes at the just ended Mr. Olympia 2022. He is what you call a complete athlete with a crazy upper and lower body. His conditioning at the Olympia was one of the best. He was peeled and looked extremely sharp from the front. He looks unreal. And his posing game is quite good as well. His back could use some width, but aside that, Vitor Chavez is a force to reckon with. Vitor is the 13th best men's physique athlete in the world, and that is very impressive considering this was his first Olympia campaign. I think he's underrated and he could beat one of the guys hosting an upset in this lineup. So he being a threat shouldn't be taken lightly because he has proven time and again he is one of the best men's physique athletes to come out of Brazil. Up next, we have Javier Mullins, who is the 11th best men's physique athlete in the world, almost cracking the top 10. Javier is a freak of nature. Check out his muscle separations. They are just unreal. He is definitely one of the favorites going into the Arnolds. He's a complete athlete as well, and personally, all he has to do is step up the conditioning and they won't see him coming. He is an easy top 5 for me. I'll do a proper top 5 video later, but I believe Javier Mullins belong there. Next on the list is Edwin Palmiera. Edwin is the 5th best men's physique athlete in the world, and that is a big deal. He will be coming into the show with crazy amount of confidence considering that he made a name for himself at the just ended Mr. Olympia. He has incredible proportions and knows how to bring impressive conditioning as well, coupled with great posing. Edwin has become one of the best men's physique athletes to come out of Brazil, and I bet he will be looking to move up the ranks at the Arnolds too. So look out for him. I believe he might make the top 5 as well. Ali Bilal is next on the list. Ali Bilal is one of the best men's physique athletes to come out of Europe. He got first call out at the Olympia and 9th place in the world. He is known for great posing and top-notch conditioning. If anyone could beat Erin this year at the Arnolds, it will definitely be Ali Bilal, considering the fact that he is the current Arnold Sports UK champion. So it's going to be the UK champion going against the US champion. Ali Bilal is a threat and should be considered as such. He will be coming with everything he got. So buckle up your seats because it's going to be a bumpy ride. Now let's talk about Carlos de Oliveira, aka Kaiki Pro. This guy was one of the prospects to win the entire Mr. Olympia show just 2 years ago. But for some reason, his placing at the Olympia has been on the decline, and he almost didn't place at last year's Mr. Olympia. He was 15th in the world. It's not bad being 15th in the world, but considering the caliber of athlete he doesn't belong there. I honestly don't know what happened to Kaiki Pro, but I don't believe the game has changed so much in 2 years that he can't keep up with the new breed of athletes. He's hands down one of the best to come out of Brazil. He has an overall great physique and his conditioning always looks impeccable. I understand he went through an injury phase, and I hope he has gotten past that to bring the Kaiki Pro that sends shivers down the spine of athletes when they heard he was going to compete at a show. I believe Kaiki has a point to prove here, to himself and to his legion of fans. Unlike most athletes who just want to do well at this show, Kaiki will be looking to win this one just to show you all that he's still the man. Next is Juan Gomez. He is no stranger to the Arnolds. He won his pro card last year at the Arnold Classic, and this year he will be looking to battle it out with the biggest names in the game. This will be a learning process for him, and it will definitely add up to his overall experience moving forward. Juan has a great physique, and I'll be looking forward to see what physique he brings to the stage and how he stands next to the biggest names in the game. I don't really have any high expectations of him, considering he is very young in the game, but I don't count him out completely, not at all. He could end up beating some of the big names, but honestly, I don't see him winning it. Next on the list is number 3 in the world, 2 years in a row, Diogo Montenegro. Diogo has proven time and again he is not an athlete you can count out. For when you count him out, you give him a reason to prove you wrong. Going into this year's Olympia, lots of people thought he would not be able to retain his place as the 3rd best men's physique athlete in the world. As a matter of fact, people had him dropping out of the top 10, considering the fact that after last year's Olympia, he struggled at a few shows, including last year's Arnold Classic, where he placed 3rd behind Erin and Emmanuel Hunter. I believe his game plan will be to win this year's Arnold or stay within the top 2 positions of the show. Diogo needs to reiterate the fact that he's the 3rd best athlete in the world, because everybody else will be coming for him just to prove a point. Next on the list, Antoine Weatherspoon, aka Spoon. He finished 4th place at last year's Arnold Classic, and this year I believe he will still be in the mix. Antoine did not place at the just ended Mr. Olympia 2022, but being the kind of athlete that brings a great overall physique and conditioning, he should definitely not be slept on. He has the full physique, great upper and lower body. He might need to change the way he presents himself on stage to make him stand out, a little bit more. Other than that, I don't see him dropping out of the top 5 this year, if you ask me. Next is Emmanuel Hunter. Emmanuel Hunter caused a major upset at last year's Arnold Classic. In fact, a lot of people had him winning the whole thing after prejudging. He came in sharp as hell and managed to beat the number 3 in the world, Diogo Montenegro, to secure a 2nd place, and this year won't be any different. His game plan will be very simple. Beat Diogo Montenegro again and hope Erin is caught slipping, and it'll be game over for everyone. Emmanuel Hunter is a very dangerous man, and if anyone could knock hard at Erin door, it'll be him. I won't take anything from his physique other than maybe bringing up his traps and a little bit more work on his lower body. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, Erin, the best men's physique athlete in the world and the defending Arnold Classic champion. A lot of people say winning this year's Arnold Classic will be easy for him. I don't think so. Taking out the other athletes will not be a walk in the park. Did you realize that in that interview, when he was asked,
"What are you doing strategically to beat Brandon Hendrickson?"
Nothing. I don't have to do anything. I have to bring what I brought to Boston, and it's mine. Easy.
He said what he brought to Boston, even though the Boston Pro Show and the Arnold Classic, both of which he won, was just 1 week apart. The Arnold is a much more prestigious show than Boston. Why did he not say Arnold Classic and instead he said Boston? Because he knew he did not bring his very best to last year's Arnold. And that is all the mistakes he needs to make. Not show up ready and think because he's Mr. Olympia, he's going to walk all over the other athletes. For he was down, fears no fall. So none of the athletes he's competing against have anything to lose except him. He's on cloud 9 right now, and he better bring his very best if he wants to keep soaring, because it takes falling from the cloud to fully understand the gravity of the situation. Damn. That was good. I should be a rapper. That being said, Erin Banks is the ultimate favorite going into the Arnold Classic. And being the best in the world, he will be expected to win, adding up to the pressure. But if any athlete could do a back-to-back win, it'll definitely be Erin Banks. And there you have it, guys. I will be bringing you updates getting close to show day and also my top 5 prediction. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to this channel if you love classic and man's physique. Leave a like on this video and tell me what you think of the athletes competing and who else you think could win aside Erin Banks. See you in the next video. Peace out.